Hey, this is Shantel Heart, your girl Sonia. Mwah. The one and only. Don't you ever forget it. Kisses. That's all right. 3 broadcasts. Many different names for trademark business. And it's actually pronounced Shantel's Heart, but social media will not let that hyphen be there. So it turned into Shantel's Heart. And everybody thought that I got remarried. Oh, you're married? You got a new last name? In actuality, no. I do go by Hobson because it's the legacy, and my grandfather's wish was to continue to use that for the promotion as well as to highlight the legacy and carry it on out into new ventures and capital ventures. Well, this was the edition that actually has a late recording. Spreaker Radio Special Edition Scare-O-Ween. Aha. Aha. Oh, ha, ha, ha. The Scare-O-Ween. And, yes. Welcome to the Shantel Heart Show. Once again, I am Shantel Heart, also born Shantel Hobson, known as Sonia, the pioneer, ambassador for radio and humanitarian music mogul, Motown Universal First Lady, Universal's new soul owner. That's right. Also, investor into Sony Red and The Orchard, Ingrooves, Inscribe, Ingrooves, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, etc. I'm rebuilding. My labels was W.S. Hobson Music Group, also known as Music Corporation, and W.S. Hobson Publishing / Billboard. Yo, it's Halloween 2015, and welcome to my latest podcast syndicated, continuing my many broadcast platforms, expanding the game. Legacy is my mission name, and of course, as I said again, I repeat that, expanding is the game. Come to make fun. A lot, many do. Many also come to join up in here more and to hang out and chill out with your girl. Thanks so much for the real support. Keep it 100. Due to the hostility, takeovers, blah, 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 I'm fighting for justice. I'm fighting for love. I'm fighting for a new start in lifestyle, career path, and reshaping my whole entire life and lifestyle. Reshaping my family. Also recontinuing the reality show that was a kickoff for 2005 as the Red Carpet Princess. Now I'm older, and that was age 20-something, and now this is where I am with the robberies and the hostility takeovers and cruelty of being called a one-hit wonder, and a lot of disrespect to big artists and actors and recording artists, musicians coming in that don't know no better, that I plan on removing the right way, fair way, and no hip-hop hostility, takeover, or retaliation, because I do not go for that. Shout-outs to Sway and Heather B. and Egypt and many more out there who were partnerships and or some people that I gave hookup connections to, and or who gave me that hookup and love and support with keeping my name alive, music, and interviews. So I'm praying for the reconnection. Again, my life was interrupted by perverted hackers, blackmailings, etc., more twisted crisis, and I have a lot of support for prayers. Just survived death about 2 times. 3, twice cold set in my body with from surgery, I was thrown out of the hospital brutally. And I will have some lawsuits coming up for that in Houston, Texas. Memphis, Tennessee was another one. Just a lot of hardship. And I've made inquiries about going forth with a new attorney and making things happen. For all battling trials, hardships, happily ever after, for News Resolution 2016, this special edition is to share my reality, my life in the moment, conversations with the world, with you, my fellow subscribers. Thanks evermore. So, here's a scary. I posted on my Facebook for a Scaroween. And there was this alien that was found in this woman's yard. It was some piece of object. You know, the funny thing about it is you can create illusions and make it something that it's not. And that's the power of technology. And it can also ruin people's career and life. This year, while awaiting on a new phone call, a new phone at at Mobile Nation. This scary employer did share a conversation, and she goes, "So, did you guys hear about the dead body in the road?" And we go, "Huh?" And stares and lost faces looking around at one another in shock and surprise, and the expression. Okay, the smiley expressions, if you use Facebook, then you can use any of them with the shock or the disbelief. And, it was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, yeah, a real dead body in the road. And we were like, for real? Whoa. And everybody's chanting and conversation among themselves, kind of just in disbelief once again. And, I'm like, whoa, in my Joey voice. And the supervisor was continuing to speak to another customer and to another employer as she was finishing up. And when they talk among each other while sharing it with the consumers, and goes, yes, a dead body corner in the road. She goes, no, not in the corner, in the middle. Cars, trucks were running over it. And it's like, oh no. And, and it's like, no way, yes. And the body had been there for a while. So it's very sad that Halloween has to turn into a real Texas massacre. And the second employee says, well, how do you know? And the employee number one goes, well, I saw it on the news. And it's like, oh my God, ew, wow, whoa. And the scared, everybody's freaked out and talking and giving their quick expressions. And it's just still mind-boggling about what really, how it really happened. And the wireless store the next day said that they came in kind of like lost for words as I am. It was found in a garbage bag. And we, me and the sibling, witnessed a couple of days later a garbage bag in the road heading to another township. And it looked like a folded up dead body. It could have been a hoax for Halloween. After all, this is Scaretober, so this is the Halloween hoax, and it's cruel when it turns into fun, a disaster when it's meant for a night of fun, and a night of fun for a real reality check for us really sick, twisted individuals out there who are on the loose. It's really sick. It was disgusting, and it was insane. And of course, supervisor switched the story, everybody gets all freaked out and uncomfortable and fidgety in their seats or whatever. But, we start to head back to what we were doing, what they were doing. The day goes on about continuing to do business in the store, and we collect our consumer goods, and we get ready to approach to leave. But that was very, very twisted. So that's the latest Scaretober story, and it is indeed a real one, not just a hoax. But the bag the next following couple of days may have been for Scaretober. Check your surroundings in your area, especially on nights and days like this. Do get security and always stay around someone where you're protected for these nights, because they get crazy and insane. And a lot of times fun goes too far, and spook tactics happen, and that's not really good. So okay. So does anybody out there have any Scaretober stories? You can hit me up at Spreaker at the Shantel Heart Show, and you can definitely post it there on Scarowing episode. I am still cleaning up the show. I'm still healing from the crisis myself of over 13 years. So I've had a bad shaking up myself. So I'm behind on a lot of things, and I'll have teams helping me get things cleaned up in my name of God and protection as well. Well, the time is 11:35, and today's date is, this is a back recorded show for Halloween. The weather, you have to check your local listing. It's cool here, fairly breezy, no rainy days, and a lot of ladybugs mating. Oh, and it's the Asian ones that the ones that bite and just and they're just getting through cracks and crease of the homes and the doors and the windows and however they can get in. So definitely check, because once you think they're gone, they get into the furniture. They stick. When you hit them, you think they're dead, and they're not. The extra shield lets them close up and cover up, so make sure that you give them a good crunch and stomp that they're dead and gone. Pine saw and bleach gets rid of them. They don't like the smell, so leave that outside your doors, windows, creaks, cracks, whatever, and you will draw those insects away. Check for spider webs and spiders, because they are another deadly one, and they're one that I got bit over the summer, and it was definitely not good, and it got into my stream rather quickly, and I didn't even know I had got bit for a few days, so I was getting sick rather quick, and it was not good. So yeah, I had to go to the emergency and take a pill full of antibiotics. So definitely check the children. Do not overlook them. We don't want regrets. So take care of your babies and yourself. For latest updates, download clean, safe, appropriate apps for your phone, gadgets. Check your service providers, internet IP providers for the rates and charges and roaming. Thought I'd share. It's important to know, important to, well, a lot of things are important to me. I don't really know what's important to you guys unless you start to share with them. And I want to invite you again to come and share any and all things with me at the Shantel Heart Show. You're important to me. Your thoughts are important to me. And I give love to you. This is also your girl, Sonia, the originator from iHeartRadio, Clear Channel Radio, Buyer, as well as TuneIn app associated with Spreaker radio broadcast of the Shantel Heart Show. Did you get all that? Do check online and in your neighborhood with your local law enforcers for neighborhood predators and your sexual offenders, so that you know that you're protected. Do join the neighborhood watchdog programs and self-defense so that you can have a better and safer home. It is worth it. Well, this is the Comebacktober. It is my blessed year. As a victim of ID theft, I am a survivor. Literally, life was snatched several times, and God restored it. And I will praise Him if I had 10,000 tongues. They had access to my life, my lifestyle, my companies, documents, embezzling companies. Check ASAP. Go down to the IRS and or your local internet provider. See if you can get you should be able to. FTC, which is a Federal Trade Commission, and or your local police department, and see if you are a ID theft victim. It is worth it. It has been very cost effective, dealing with hardship, harassments and threats, sadness, loss of rest, embarrassment, disappointment, and words of encouragement is that I am a survivor. Faith, restoration, that is restored to me. You go through so much more with the belittling and disrespect, but all is fair in love and war and love and spiritual warfare. You know, you have to have faith for rebuilding everything around you. Well, I'm going to go to a commercial, and I will be right back. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. And, for Halloween, it is so much going on, okay? For Scaretober, we spent the evening at Popeyes. Seasoned Cajun, crunchy, fat chicken fried, special batter, sauce mixed spices batch. Jesus, fried food. It was good at some Popeyes. Hot sauce, honey, biscuits. You know, the Cajun fries are usually my favorite. I have to take a step back because I've gotten very, very ill, and a lot of Tums and cleaning myself out, and ginger ale and crackers, and so I'm gonna take it easy. It's time to get the weight down. The steroids from the medicine is also caused swelling and weight gain, along with the fattage from the acid of the soda. So I definitely, I'm battling with that. But nevertheless, it will work itself out. I know that Halloween is the greatest time for the dentist. It's like the Halloween, or not the Halloween, but the Christmas holiday for them, because the bills are going to be insane. So do watch your babies and the children with stuffing the candy, because this is the time of year for them. Mine's got a little crazy. She almost didn't make it from a surgery. Decay went bad, and I couldn't get her on time to the dentist because cars broke down, cars were sabotaged, and I didn't have insurance. So take care of your babies, get them checked. Even if you just left, go back again. It is worth taking care of your babies. Check me out on YouTube, the Where I Am webisode, Shantel Heart, and do subscribe. Thank you so much for checking those 2 YouTubes out and any other that you see. Once again, I emptied out her bucket of candy, right? Because she wanted to keep sneaking in there going nuts. So I said, okay, I'm going to catch her. Oh, mommy only had one, and in the other hand, there's about 5-6 sticky pieces of candy. So I just dumped them. So she had her nice, cute bucket of candy. I did not let it get filled to the top. That's ridiculous. There's always next year. There's always next month, which is November, coming up with the cake, pies, creams, junk food, sodas, So that's another month at the dentist. So it's going to be insane. So this is the greatest season of their lives. 3 straight back-to-back months of just crazy celebrations. I posted a YouTube. Oh, excuse me. I posted a YouTube of her coming soon. Baby teenager. With our episodes at Popeyes on what it was like for the countdown of the mall attack, which was very sick and insane because people were stealing candy from the stores, and they was generous to come and let us, be with them and shop with them. And not only that, but they even opened up the middle of the mall so the kids could be together and, mix and mingle. And people want to rob the stores. That's a mess. So that kind of messes things up for next year. But they said it will be a next year. We had security coverage outside, but it looks like that we needed them on the inside. Yeah. So it was obvious that a beginning for the super spooked story I shared in the beginning. Enough of you have a lot of losses this year, ending out the year. Definitely the boss and the consumers and we all were super stoked. Some freaky stuff. So after all, it's a very uncomfortable year being in small towns with Spooktober. I call it the Scarowing, because stuff got real, and that's really weird, freaky, and sad. So we all kind of laughed it off. It was uncomfortable. Everybody had a lost stare, but just knowing what the town was capable of and how it is, that was an overload of weirdness. Again, check what's going on in your area, in your space, atmosphere, your city, and your town. Okay? It's worth it. You're worth it. Check out the website. I'm getting ready to sign off here. Halloween has ended well, and we are safe once again. And keep your fingers crossed that next year, for 2016, everybody will be nicer and more honest this time with the portions of candy. And they also turned out safe. Not too many horror stories. Everybody, all families came out and represented. Even grandparents got in on, it's like a whole pilgrim of costumes. And I had never really seen anything like that before. So now my daughter is demanding that next year the whole family has to get dressed and go trick-or-treating. And I thought that was awesome to see a lot of the grandparents supporting. Once again, do not use any of your information. Try not to use any of your information online. Credit cards, debit, personal information, social security cards. Do not make reports over the phone. I had to learn that. Or share any of your personal information. If you do not know the person well, do not let them sweet talk you. And make an opportunity to sound good. Do investigate everything that you do and everybody that you talk to and everywhere that you go. Okay? So check Credit Karma. Also free of charge. There's other services that may apply, like LifeLock, who will monitor your identification. Check them out, okay? Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to all my loyal subscribers and listeners. Hopefully, this is my show. And it's not too much. Again, I've been so behind on a lot of things that's going on with me, and I'm trying to rebuild. So do continue to tune in. WNS Inc. Empowerment Enterprise, Experian, American Express, Chase City, Tree of Life, United Negro Funds for the college, BET, MTV, VH1, Lifetime, and many more of Sonya's classic followers and fan base. ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Entertainment, Universal, Sony Red, The Orchard, Inscribe Digital, former Ingrooves, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Springer Radio Broadcast, Susie Orman Life Masterclass, Enniced brand. Check out Enniced e-marketing, Google keywords, website www.enised.emarketing.wordpress.com. Thank you to all the future law enforcements, iHeartMedia Incorporation, Clear Channel, and all rights reserved by Sonia, the one and only. Don't you ever forget it. Through 2003 through 2015, and more to come. All rights reserved by Shantel D. Hobson, a.k.a. Sonia, 2015. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your time. I want to share that no matter what it is that you're going through, you are not alone. There's always someone out there going through the same thing as you. And prayer is nothing but one voice away. Meaning, it's not too hard for God and the angels to complete your request. Get in on it. For an example, dear God, here I am, and here the angels also with me. And go into your prayer. Do not let everybody know what you pray for, because it is your prayer and your request. Do not pray for things that are selfish, disrespectful, or twisted, because God does not acknowledge that. You can forget it. Do not just pray for riches. Do not pray for revenge. Do not pray for material, but pray for your needs. He sees your needs. Pray. You know, the biggest, best bonus prayer is when you pray for others. I promise you, a huge outcome will shower over you. And I ask all who, if I've ever offended, to forgive me, because I forgive me. And I forgive you all. Because it's not because, oh, there she goes, she has to, no. There's no guilt trip. None of that exists. I'm forgiving so that I can move on. And you believe and do the same for yourself. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Do you understand? So, signing off, and tune in. I do not know when I will air another episode. I am so behind schedule. Healing with the restoration of spirituality. I'm going through that, and in that, it takes more time than we as a people plan. And tomorrow is not promised. So I have a long time ago, 2004, stopped planning things for my life. 2005, I was very convinced, and I wrote presentations, and I spoke and went around and traveled presentations of not planning, which it was adopted by many empowerment movements and people, presenters, and I'm honored by that. So in my return, I pray for your well-being, your wellness, your welfare, your health, and that we all, as of people who are Christian believers, can soar together in many ways in charity and giving. And do tune into the Shantel Heart Show. I will air new episodes and share them on the social media as much as I can. If you would like me to email you a show, do get in and subscribe at eniced.emarketing.wordpress.com. And I will see you over there as soon as I can get tuned in. I am in way past over my head. I'm about 4 years behind on my goals. But nevertheless, when I show up, it will be on time. Because I'm going to deliver the best me in an angelic form that I can possibly deliver. And I don't know how to be anything and anybody else but me. And I recommend the same to you as Russell, a good former friend, and Oprah that I met years ago, say, do you. So again, the Shantel Heart Show. See you next time. Don't forget, this is your girl Sonia as well, the one and only. Mwah!